There we go. Just need one of them. We're coming on in just a minute. What's new Wednesday at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store? I assume you can hear me. Yes. It says that mic is muted. Maybe nobody wanted to talk to us after all.
We're a little bit late. There's
Look.
dates that's upcoming stuff.
You are so good. I was just going to go back and forth on the computer.
Also, I left out the ones that are full.
You what?
I left out classes that are already full.
You are so good. Can we get a thumbs up? Can we get a round of applause for Debbie Harris, who keeps Tisha organized, which she should have been with me on my camping trip this weekend on the organization skill building team. Yes, we have 5 people now. Who's going to be the first one to jump up and say, we're here, we're here? Remember Horton Hears a Who, and that little thing, that little animal goes down into a little flower or something, and he has to say, Lolita Howell. Yes, Debbie is the best. Thank you, Lolita. And you're the first one to make a comment. I don't know. Okay. Thanks, Debbie, for all your hard work. Lolita, I'm not sure what happened. Is anybody else hearing sound? Can you hear? Is it sound? Do you have sound? Let me know, because Lolita's saying there's no sound. So if there is no sound, I got to figure out what's going on my end. It looks like I'm okay on my end. Okay. She says thumbs up. We're good again. We're good again. We're good again. So, yes, went camping last weekend. Had a fabulous time. I was with my sister and brother-in-law. Went down to, I don't want to say South Texas because it wasn't down towards Eagle Pass or Mission or anything like that, but went down to Llano, Texas. That's how they say it down there. I say Llano because 2 L's together is pronounced as a Y in the Spanish language. And so it's Llano, Texas, where I'm from, which is San Antonio. But people there, some of them say Llano, some say Llano, and some say Llano. Anyhow, all of that to tell you that I found 2 fabulous quilt shops down there. Of course, I had to go visit them because why not? And one of them is called Buckaroo Quilts. No, Buckaroo Blankets. So cute. Sandy is the owner there. I left money there. I just had to. You know, I would like to say that I carry everything there is to carry in the quilting world and the fabric world, but there isn't. And other stores have fabric that I don't carry. I just got to buy it. Do any of y'all just feel like that? Like, you just got to have it. You think you don't, and you think you got your impulses under control. And then you see that and you'll be like, I want a yard of this and I want a yard of that. And yeah, add this. And I come walking up there with all my bolts like that. And my sister goes, what are you going to make with all that fabric? And I'm like, I don't know. What do I have to make something with it? I just want to keep it and pet it for a while. Does anybody else feel like that? Does anybody relate to that at all? So yes, Buckaroo Blankets. Buckaroo Blankets is the name of the company. Her little store. It's right in the downtown square of Llano. Super cute one. And the other one is called the Country Quilt Shop, and it's on the other side of the bridge. that goes over the river. The other side of the bridge, another fabulous store. I fell in love with so much stuff over there. Of course, I had to give them some money because why not? And I can't carry all the fabric there is, and I still like other stuff. Like I get into my vintage moods where I love the 30s playtime, and I get into my traditional moods where I do like that French General, love that fabric, but it's not stuff that's necessarily going to sell well for me here. So that means I have to hunt it out. She had so much really nice stuff that I didn't have in the shop. So I had to buy it. Some of it for English paper piecing because she had those little tiny vintage prints, and I love those. It doesn't sell very well for me here because this is not the first place you would go to find vintage fabric or I don't, you wouldn't call it vintage. What is it? Americana fabric kind of stuff. I'm not the place that you would normally think to come and shop here, so it kind of sits for me. However, when I find it somewhere else, if I like it, I gotta buy it. So I do have a little bit of a stash at home, not that big. My husband disagrees with me because he sees my one little tower of folded fat quarters, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, you have as much as anybody else." And then I want to show him pictures of stashes that customers send me, but I don't because I protect my customers. I don't want him to see what they do, and I'm not going to tattle on them. So I find random ones on Pinterest and Instagram and all of that, and I show him those, and he's always like, "No, that's not somebody's quilt store. That has to be, I mean, that's not somebody's closet or their stash. That has to be a quilt store." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's their stash." So we have these long conversations. All of that to say that I was in Llano, Texas last weekend, found two great quilt stores, quilt shops down there. So if you are ever traveling in that area of Texas, go in and visit them because they are fun. That being said, we are getting closer and closer now, just 1 month away from the All Texas Shop Hop. Super excited about that. We are split off into different regions, and we have some exciting stuff planned to get some of this shopping done or get some of the visitors in that are doing shopping, and we're trying to figure out something else. I'm keeping it under wraps right now because I'm not sure which way it's going to go, but we're trying to figure out something else that's going to be really fun for the quilt shop and getting around and visiting everybody in our region. We have the magazines. If you needed a magazine and you hadn't purchased one yet, you can call us or you can find one on the website and reserve it. Come in and pick it up when you want to, or have it shipped. There is a shipping fee, but you can have it shipped. And that gives you the map of everything, all the shops throughout Texas, and it gives you the passport that you're going to have stamped. Fabulous prizes. You turn in your passport when it's done. There are so many prizes out there from different vendors, different quilt shops, different service items, retreat places. It's really going to be a huge blowout, and it's going to be so much fun. We're going to be in that. That starts in a month on March 1st. One thing I did want to show you. So each shop that joined the quilt shop hop that signed up to participate, we have little quilts. We have quilted squares that we designed. They all kind of flow together, but we were able to design our own. I want to show you ours. This one is just one that is super fun. Look how cute this is. Let me see if I can enlarge it. I can. Look how fun this is. It says licensed to carry a 60 millimeter. I'm going to go down with the camera a little bit because, oh, there we go. Ooh, now I can see really well. Look how fun this is. So it is a 4.5 inch quilt square because once you sew it and you have your 1/4 inch seam, you're going to have And actually it gave you a little bit bigger, but yeah, you're going to start with a 1/4 inch seam, and it's going to finish at 4 inches. And each shop that's participating in the shop hop is going to have one of these blocks to turn to represent their shop. Everybody got to pick or design their own. So mine is the license to carry a 60 millimeter, not your mama's quilt store in Plano, Texas. You can design whatever you want to design with these. It's going to be really fun. This is free for anybody coming in while supplies last. If we run out of supplies, I won't have any more. I can't get any more, but while supplies last. I think these are just so much fun. I love them, and I haven't decided what we're going to make with them yet. I really have to figure out. This license to carry is a fun little story for I'm coming over to both. You might be able to see. Yeah, there you can. So this license to carry, I'll tell you how it came about. We were out at my sister's little ranch, years, maybe 10 years ago. And my sister, I have two sisters, and we were out at Patty's ranch, who's one of my sisters. She has no children. She has a ranch. And my sister Lisa has two boys, and I've got two girls. So we were all out there together. And Patty she runs a ranch, right? So she walks around with her snake snake gun, because if she's out there walking on the ranch and she comes across a rattlesnake, if it won't go away, she doesn't like to kill anything, which I get it. She's walking around, but if that rattlesnake's going to come toward her, or she's too close to it to make a safe exit, she would have to shoot it. So she has her snake gun and then her shotgun, because they shoot skeet. And my nephews have their shotguns because they like to shoot skeet. And so we are out there shooting skeet, right? Having a big time. And the boys come out, the husbands and the boys come out, and they start with, well, I've got this size shotgun, and then boom, okay, good. And I can carry this one, boom. And then my nephew, who was, I guess, 18 or 21 at the time, yeah, that would put him about 10 years ago. He said, well, I got my license to carry. Now, I'm not sure where he's going to carry anything. I think he just wanted to have it because there ain't nothing to carry. I mean, why? But that's beside the point. So he says, I got my license to carry. And then the other one pipes up, well, I'm getting my license to carry. And I said, I have a license to carry a 60 millimeter. And they all the heads turn around like this. What is a 60 millimeter? And that's when I had to show them a rotary cutter, a 60 millimeter, because I had to get in the middle of that conversation. And I have no license to carry anything. And I don't even have a gun at home. If I had to, God forbid, ever protect myself, I'd have better luck beating them with the lamp that sits by the bed than shooting anybody, because I don't have anything at home. I think we might have a shotgun. When my husband used to go duck hunting, I think there might be one in the attic, but I'm not really sure where it is. Probably under Christmas decorations. I don't know. So that's how I came up with the license to carry that we sell the t-shirts and the quilt block from. Yay! So if you're doing the shop hop, this is going to be free for you while supplies last. So come in early so you can get your quilt block. Yes? Yes. Okay, good. Something else we've got coming on. This coming Friday in 2 days, if you live close by, we have the Easy Peasy Piecing Guide class. We're going to be making a cute spool with, what do you call it? The Easy Piecing grid, where you are fusing your pieces of fabric to a grid and then building your project like that. Some of those are so much fun. Let me see if I can reach a book real fast. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So for my ladies who like to do I Spy quilts for the kids, right? This, I think, the piecing grid is so handy because it can finish at a 2-inch square. Now there's different sizes. We have the interfacing that finishes at 2 inches, 1.5 inches, 1 inch, and 1/2 inch. Can you imagine 1/2 inch? But yes, so if you're working on an I Spy quilt, I love the idea of using this grid because you just have to cut your blocks down to 2.5 inches. And let me show you. Let me see. Gotta find it here. This is by 10 Sisters. That is a company that's out of Utah. Really, really nice people. This is the class we will be doing on Saturday. No, I'm sorry, Friday. You can actually pick whatever project you want to work on, is what Nancy said. But you would, if you don't have a particular one you want to work on, we do have the spool with the heart on it. So if you're looking at one of these, okay, we're switching to the other camera again. So if you're looking at one of these, I'm going to show you the cover. Look at this cute little I Spy quilt that you can do right here and just put the little blocks in there. She has one that has all the kids looking down at the book. I don't know if this is it. Yep. Look. And this is the little I Spy one that has all the different little blocks. I love that. And then it comes out when you're putting the the fabric down on the grid. It looks pixelated, which is very trendy for kids right now, especially with some of the anime. I think it's anime, or is it Aragami or and Minecraft. Yeah, see, I'm going past. Look at the baby butt. I'm going past those days of knowing who all the different things are. Here's the one I was looking for. So look how easy that makes it to be able to do. If you want to learn how to do the pixelated quilts like this, and you take that extra step out of the equation of having to sew them side by side, kind of be able to do it all at once. This is a great class to do this coming Saturday. The other thing we have is liquid vinyl demo. We talked about it coming up. This is going to be going on Saturday as well. Also, the very first Saturday sampler will be starting this Saturday. So if you are a member of our Saturday sampler group, that starts this Saturday also. So we will have two things going on. The Saturday sampler group, that's sold out. Just if you're a member of it already, you did your registration, then we're meeting this coming Saturday for the first one. Then we have the liquid vinyl demo, which is very cool because you can waterproof, stain proof anything fabric. Well, you could do it on paper too, but we're doing it on fabric. So that's going to be a very cool demo. And then next week, next Friday, we have a Petaphor class, learning how to sew with soft and stable. I'm excited about this class because I am making it an online class, and it's only $15 to sign up for it. And I'm going to show you the very basics of working with soft and stable. Then next month, on the second Friday of the month, we will be learning something else to do with the soft and stable. These are progressive classes. So every month on the second Friday, you will learn something different about sewing a by Annie pattern and using different products. Vinyl, cork, um, zippers, elastic, netting, or mesh, something like that, so that by the end of the 4 courses, you're ready to tackle something bigger in a bienni pattern. So I'm pretty excited about that, and the fact that it will be an online class, and you can register for that as well. Um, and then we have the Posh Sunflower class. I think I only have one spot available in that. That is going to be a quick curve ruler, learning how to sew curves. And once you learn how to use this ruler, it is super, super easy and fun to do those curves. So those are the first few things we have coming up, which I'm super excited about. And I hope I'll get to see you at the online class. So some of the stuff that we got in this week, are you ready to see what's new Wednesday? We just got in some great pattern books. All of these are Annie's Sewing. Now, Annie's Sewing is different from By Annie Patterns, okay? By Annie Patterns primarily focuses on bags, carriers, totes, purses, that kind of stuff. Annie Sewing is one of those magazines or pattern books out in the world that covers all kinds of things. So, this first one I want to show you, which I am just so excited about, I think it's so cute, is this one. Okay, I'm going to raise this back up a little bit. We're going to come up just a smidgen. There. This one, this is quick and easy sewing. If you like to go on retreats, this is a fun little book to be able to take with you. I'm going to move this over because the name frame blocks out some of the pictures on the bottom. There we go. So you've got a cute little uh, teacup table topper right there, and little baskets, oven mitts, just some cute little baskets made with cats, and a couple of other things. Quick and easy sewing. What I love about the Annie's Quilting magazines and pattern books is that they are $9.99. Occasionally they're like $10.99 or $11.99, but they run $9.99. So when you think about this, you are getting, gosh, let's see, one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 patterns for $9.99, and they have some fun stuff. So this is one of the first pattern books that I wanted to show you. And this is Annie's Sewing, quick and easy sewing, perfect for retreats. Another one, this is one of their new ones. I'm going to move these out of the way so it's not so distracting. Um, this is Fun Fat Quarter Quilts for the spring. Now, these I'll be getting into the system later today. So if you don't see them out there right this minute, we will have them later today. Fast, fun, fat quarter quilts for spring. You have 11 projects in here. Oh, look, duh, it tells you how many projects, 20. 11 projects in here. Again, $9.99 is the price on this. Look at these fun things right here that we have for this pattern book. Super fun. Next one we've got 11 creative designs that use 5-inch or 10-inch squares. So 5-inch squares are going to be your charm packs. Those are 5 inches, and 10-inch squares are the layer cakes. And they again give you some fun things that you can use those pre-cuts for to make something. I love it when somebody has the pattern that I really like this, using pre-cuts, because then I don't have to think about it. And I don't like having to figure out the measurements. So this is going to have a lot of the measurements already. Well, it's going to have all the measurements that you need to do. And it is just a fun book. Next one we've got. Now, this one we get pretty regularly, and it is a super great seller. This is Fast and Fun Quilts for Kids. You've got 10 designs in there. I love the little puzzle one right here. You can make that little puzzle piece also into a I Spy quilt for kids. And the other thing is, you can do it for autism awareness. I forget what the theme color is. I think it's all different colors. I think it's kind of rainbow colors. But it's a puzzle piece, is usually their logo. And so you've got some fun patterns in here as well. Look how cute these are. And that, I mean, look at that. That's not hard to do. Really cute stuff in here. So this is a great seller. We carry this one quite often. Here are some keepsake baby quilts from Scraps. Another by Annie's. You've got Annie's Quilting. You have 9 different patterns to make right in here. And this is using up scraps. I'm having a hard time with words today. Using up scraps. Keepsake baby quilts from Scraps. Love that idea, because this is going to be something that they can use forever and pass down to their children if they want to. They can also tie into any kind of squares maybe that you inherited from your grandparents, or you found it at a garage sale. You never know. And go ahead and tie it into a quilt. That's very cute, because it shows you some things to do with some of these little heirloom blocks, which you see those quite often. And this right here actually shows you how to do a curved border. Can you see the border? right there, doing it with curves. And that is also fun to learn how to do. Let me see, that's going to be on page 26. So you've got the different, see, you've got the curved border right there. And they tell you how to do that so that you end up with that very pretty curve on your binding. And you know what? Looking at this is, and even something like this, you could certainly do this with the quick, easy peasy uh, applique easy grid. I was trying to think of easy piecing applique grid is what they call it. Learn to foundation paper piece, a foundation paper pieced quilt. You have 6 different quilts to stitch out right here. This is fun if you've always wanted to learn paper piecing, but you haven't spent the time to do it yet. It starts off with really nice instructions right here, full color instructions right there, showing you how to do a layout. And if you've ever wanted to tackle foundation paper piecing, this might be just the one that you need to start learning how to do it. They give you some great designs in here. They're kind of small. So this, for instance, would be a 38 by 38. But if you want to make it a little bit bigger, you know what you do? You just add another row down here, and then add a border. Not that hard to do. You can make those bigger easily. Here is pre-cut table runners and toppers. There's 13 projects in here. Again, something fun and easy. I love scrap busting when I can and going through scraps and pulling them. We have a scrap basket here at the store. And if I can pull stuff out of there to sew with, I will. Gives you great ideas for these table toppers. Change the color of them, and you can have it for a particular holiday if you want. So, really fun, gives you different ideas right there. And then Machine Quilting for Builders. This is a step-by-step book that's going to tell you how to start learning how to do free motion machine quilting. And it's going to give you some really good visual, what would you call it? Track tracing, not tracing, but you can follow it. Like you figure out how they have you doing, how they have you making this. It really is nice and tells you to work on smaller squares. So you're not trying to work on a big square or a whole quilt all at once, because that is really hard to do. Which incidentally, I do have a class coming up on machine quilting, free motion quilting. And then the last one that we got in, this one we carry quite often and it sells as soon as we get it in, is Learn to Quilt with Panels. We fall in love with different panels and we buy them, or at least I do. I wonder if you do too. We buy them and then we're not sure what we're supposed to do with them. And this gives you an idea of what to do with the different panels that you come across that you really love and you're not sure what to do with them. Different things you can do. I love it because it's simple, it's straightforward, gives you diagrams right here and tells you how to figure out the sizes that you have to cut with the panels. Then let's see, we got in also, remember seeing these little wallets? I love these little wallets because they are the perfect size to put in a credit card or a little bit of change, throw it into your back pocket, and you're ready to go. It comes with little pockets. There's the main pocket right there. Here's another one. Here's another one. So you can keep your licenses in there or your credit cards or a little bit of cash. You've got these. You snap it shut, makes it super duper easy to make. Very fun to do. Oop, there we go. Very fun to do. What we got in, and I know I've shown it to you all before, but maybe somebody hasn't seen it. These are the templates right here for cutting it out. And this is the little pattern card. They're called little wallets. And she gives you step-by-step instructions on how to do this. Now, you don't have to buy the template, okay? You can just buy the pattern. The pattern runs $4.99. You don't have to buy the template. you've got it right here, see? And you can just cut that out and cut around it if you want to. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. See that line right here and where it goes like this? Okay. So you've got the template right there. But I don't like to use paper or cardboard or whatever because I'm not very careful with my fingers and the rotary cutter. So I prefer the template because I can cut right alongside. It is clear. So if you're wanting to fussy cut something, all you have to do is peel back the backing. I say that after I cut all my fingernails this weekend. Peel back the backing just like that. So now it's clear. So if I want to do some fussy cutting like I did right there, I can see exactly where I am laying my template to be able to cut around. So anytime I can buy a template to go with one of my patterns, you know I'm there. I'm just going to be there because it makes my life easier and I don't want to have to work so hard anymore. I'm a little bit lazy. Does anybody else relate to that? Just being a little bit lazy. So one last thing that we got in that I'm super excited about. I showed you all the cork that we got in last month, and it was the gold cork. Well, it's natural cork with, oh, you see it coming. It's natural cork with flecks of gold. We still have that, but then I wanted to get some more. So look what we just got in. Haven't even put them into the system yet. Look at this one. This is a cut. It's die cut with these leaves on it, and it's over on top of a blue fabric. So it's like a stencil kind of. Look at that. That is so cool. These are by Sally Tomato, who is a designer in the purse world. She does a lot of corks and cork bags and stuff. We do carry some of her patterns. This is one. I don't know what this one is called. Denim backed palms. Denim back palms. It is half a yard, so it's 18 by 25 inches. And it is going to be available to you later on today. We'll have it again for you. This one I think is probably one of my favorites. This beautiful black drawing of these scallops. Love, love, love this one. This is called Deco Fans. I love how this looks with that very pretty black outline on the natural cork in the background. You can see that one. This one I thought was really fun because sometimes we want to use cork, but maybe some of these other ones are a little bit too feminine for some of the guys out there. So this one has some nice geometric patterns on it. They all come in the half yard sizes of 18 inches by 25 inches. This is called 50s Abstract. And I really like it. This makes a cool bag. If you're trying to do like maybe a little dop kit or something like that, a men's overnight travel bag, like for their toiletries, this is really nice. You can use it for that. Then I think this is fun, and I had to just buy it because it's fun. This is neighborhood cork. I'm going to come up close. Look at the houses on it. Now, again, it's black ink on the cork, so it looks like a pen and ink drawing. All these little houses. I thought that was just so cute. If you're going to make like a bag for the kids or a little crayon and color book carrier, something like that, this would be really cute to use it. Do the cork with it. You know, one of the things I really like about cork is that it's easy to clean. It's water resistant. So if you spill water on it and you wipe it off pretty quickly, I mean, you don't have to, slam on the brakes or anything, but if you wipe it off pretty quickly, it doesn't absorb the water. It lasts a long time and it's durable. It's light. You don't need any kind of special sewing machine to sew through cork. I do like to use a walking foot, but it's not totally required. You can use um, a Teflon foot if you want to. Again, it's not totally required. You can use a regular foot to sew with cork. It just takes your sewing and your projects up one more level. And then I've got this one in color. These are beautiful red turquoise and yellow flowers. You can see them right there, red, turquoise, and yellow. And then it does have little spots of copper gold on it. You can kind of, I don't know if you can see it there. I can see it. I can see it here. So, yeah, this has really, really pretty cork print on it in color. The other one that we got in color, again, not everybody likes florals. This is a fun, artsy one. This one is called Nostalgia. I would say it kind of has a little bit of a 60s vibe, maybe 70s vibe. You've got the green cork in the back, and it's stamped with the purple and the red design. I think it looks really great again for people who aren't necessarily floral or leaves. You don't want it to look too feminine. That's another good option. And then this last one. Now this is very floral. You've got that Dutch blue going on with it. It is cute. It is cork that is sprayed or that has a white background, and then you've got the blue print on top of it, and it reminds me of that Dutch blue, kind of the design like that. Also makes me think of my mom's kitchen when she was still alive, because she loved to decorate with this little design here or this little motif. And you've got some cute little pieces right there. You know what? You can make one of these cute little wallets out of the cork, and they would be just darling. So those are some of the fun, exciting things. Now, I want to show you one last thing that we have. This is going to be a class coming up. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This is a class coming up in March, if I'm not mistaken. Look at this with the cork. It's a cartonnage. You're learning to cartonnage, is what I mean to say. This is a very cool kind of, I don't know, what would you call it? Pencil holder. You have a spinner that this goes on. Look how cool that is. You can put your pencils and pens in there. I don't have my pencil stack is gone. So look how cool that is. Learning to cover it with fabric. All these pieces, learning to cover it with fabric. And she did it with cork on the outside. This one right here, Anna Maria Horner fabric. Oh my gosh, is that just beautiful? Have that on somebody's desk. You know what? You could make this for Mother's Day. You're not going to do any sewing in this class. It's all going to be just handwork. So you can come and do it with a friend who doesn't sew, with your mom, with a relative, with your daughter. Anybody who can hold glue, hold a glue stick, and cut fabric will be able to participate in this class. Look how pretty this is on the inside. Love it. And of course, now this right here, it won't come off. It keeps popping off right now because we don't have it attached so that we can move stuff around. You've got this where it spins around just like that. Or maybe you don't want it to spin around. Maybe you do just like it to sit like that. Two beautiful pieces. This kind of covering of a box and cardboard is called cartonnage. And we have an instructor coming to teach you how to do this. We're super excited about it. And that will be coming up in March on a Saturday. So if you would think about, "Oh, I want to take a class, but it's always during the week when I'm working," this is a Saturday class and it's in March. So you want to go ahead and sign up now because you don't want to miss out on what you're getting your spot, because once it starts to get closer, everybody wants to do it and they'll miss out. You'll miss out on registration. So love how this came out. That is going to be a fun class coming up. Love that Anna Maria Horner fabric, right? Ah, it's beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed everything I had to show you today. We got started a little bit late. We had a couple of technical problems. Every now and then we have something technical, and then leave me in charge of operating one of the cameras. And in this case, it's my cell phone that shows you, that's facing downward, showing you everything on the table as I'm talking about it. And I have to, of course, disconnect the connection. And so we always have to start right over again. but that's what I do all the time. So I do tend to make Debbie crazy, and she has to keep repeating some of my work sometimes because I keep disconnecting things accidentally. Probably makes her crazy just like it makes my kids crazy. Anyhow, this is Tisha Copeland, or I am Tisha Copeland at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano, Texas. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see you next week at 1 o'clock on Wednesday for What's New Wednesday.